Hi class 1, welcome back. Now we're going to start our next lesson, which is going to be maths. So obviously last week we started our new math scheme, so it was all very exciting. We got our very own cup. So what I'm going to have to get you to do at home is pretend you have your cup from our classroom at home, okay? So just pretend you've got it at home. But first of all, I need to show you what we'd normally be looking at on our board at home. So let me share that with you now, and then you can see what I'm looking at as well, and we can do it together, can't we? Where is it? Here we go. Right, I hope you can all see that. So the first thing I want us to do, and I would like you to do at home, is I want us to count to 10. So using our bodies. So I want us to clap, I want us to stomp, I want us to wave our arms, I want you to get up and get moving and get active, okay? My friends here, they're going to do it with me, okay? You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Let's do it again. Let's clap this time. If you didn't clap last time, we'll clap this time. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Super. Now we're going to wave our hands in the air. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Well done, you two. You can have a dojo. Marcus gets a bit nervous with maths because he finds it a bit tricky, but Timmy is fine. You can sit here with me, okay? So Timmy's going to sit there with me because he says he's a little bit nervous. Right, okay, let me introduce what we're doing today in our maths. So today our learning objective is to sort different objectives. Now have a quick think back. So if you can, have a quick think back to last week. Right, now what did we do last week in maths? Remember, we had our socks and we had our buttons. What were we doing? What were we finding? There were specific words that we learned, wasn't there? Have a quick think and I'm going to tell you. Yes, so we were finding things that were the same and things that were different, weren't we? So same and different. So things that are the same, a person or object is exactly alike. So for example, my two cubes here, they are exactly the same. And if you can see on the board, the two umbrellas here, they are exactly the same. And these two here are exactly the same. And these two boys are exactly the same, aren't they? Now, the other thing, if something is not the same, it is different. So when a person or object is not the same, they have differences. So for example, me and Ted, we are different, aren't we? Me and Ted are completely different. We are not the same. So things are the same, my two cubes. Things that aren't the same, me and Ted, we are different. And it's okay to be different. Everybody is different. Now, have a look at my board. So I do. How can you sort my animals from our farm into two groups? So have a quick think. Look at the animals on the bottom of my screen. So I have a sheep and I have a horse. Now have a think. How could we sort our animals from the farm into two different groups? Now, if you are thinking with your really big, now Miss Veach is going to show you this one because it's an I do. So I do means it's my turn. So one way that I might be able to sort them is by putting them into groups. So I could put all of the sheep into one group, couldn't I? All of the sheep can go in one group and all of the horses could go in another group, couldn't they? Yeah, so all of the horses are the same and all of the sheep are the same, but put all of the sheep together and all of the horses together. So I can sort them into that group. Now, for a you do, I'm just going to stop sharing that a minute and show you how we're going to do it because I want to show you. So for your you do, Miss Veach is going to show you it because obviously you're not with me. So if you were with me and we were on the carpet, you would have 2 cups, okay? 2 cups. And I would give you 2 different types of things in each cup. And I want you to sort them into different things. So you could have one group in this one and one group in that one. So for example, you have an orange cube here and a red cube here. So you have an orange and a red cube. Now you have a red pneumicon and an orange pneumicon. Now, what two groups are you going to sort them into? Have a quick think, because remember, you can always put them into two different groups. You can put them in one group and you could do another group. So have a little think. Ted, let's have a think. Okay, yep, well done. Yep, okay, good job. So Ted has said to me that the two groups he would like to put them in is he would like to put the red pneumicon with the red cube, and he would like to put the red pneumicon, two red items in one cup. So this has got all the red things in. He then said he would like to put the orange pneumicon with the orange cube, and he would like to put those in one cup. So he's got a red and he's got an orange. But I can hear Marcus over here. He thinks that you can put them in another group. So you could put a different group together. Now, tell me about it. Okay, right, okay. So Marcus thinks, let's tip our items out again. Marcus thinks you could put them in groups this way. He thinks you can put the two pneumicon together because they are the same, because they are both pneumicon, aren't they? They're both pneumicon, so they are the same. And he thinks you could put both the cubes together because they are the same, aren't they? They are both cubes, they are both pneumicon, so we could have a cup of pneumicon and a cup of cubes. Do we understand that? I hope that makes a bit more sense. I know it's a bit difficult because I'm not there to show you it, but it's just an example on how you can, two things, four different items can make two different groups. So you can have two groups based on what item they are. So you can have your pneumicon and your cubes, or you could have your orange group and your red group. That's how it works. So orange and red, or pneumicon and cubes. Let's see if I can share that board with you again and we can see what we are moving on to. So how can you, we were doing animals, but Miss Beach didn't have any animals with us, so we're just going to use cubes. Now, have a look on here on my I Do. How can I sort these objects into two groups? So have a look at the bottom of my board. Ted, you can help me on this. How can I sort these into two groups? Now, we have a carrot, a chicken, an onion, a sheep, a cow and a broccoli. Now, what two different things do we have there? Two different things do we have there, because is a carrot the same as a chicken? No. But is a carrot and an onion maybe the same? Yes, they are both vegetables, aren't they? Carrot, onion are both vegetables. So they could go in the same group. So I can put the carrot and the onion in the same group. What about the chicken? We'll put the chicken in this group. Is a sheep the same as a chicken? Well, the sheep isn't a chicken, but a chicken and a sheep are both animals, aren't they? So they can go in that group together. Now, what about the cow? Is a cow a vegetable or is the cow an animal? Cow is going to be an animal, isn't it? So he can go in that group. And our broccoli here is a vegetable. So you can sort them into two different groups that way. So you can have your animals and your vegetables. It doesn't always have to be about colour or size. It can be about categories. So we could have animals, we could have sea animals like we saw the other day, we could have vegetables, we could have fruits and different things that way. So it doesn't always have to be about the different colours. Now, if we were to do this again, we would have another two different items. So let Miss Veach stop showing that and I will show you what those other two items could be. Are you ready? So I will still use my pneumicons again because they are the two things that I have with me. Now, I have a red cube and a blue cube. I have a pneumicon here and a pneumicon here. Now, we did this earlier, so you should be superstars at this. What two groups could I put them in? So I've got, yes, Ted, I can hear you. Yeah, Ted wants me to put them in red group and a blue group. So I've got red items in here and blue items in here. So I've got red and blue. But Marcus here wants me to put them in categories. So Marcus wants me to put the cubes together in their cup because they are the same, and the Numicon together in their cup because they are the same. So then I have my Numicon cup and my cubes cup, which is just the same, Ted. Don't get upset. It's just as good as having the two colours in groups because they're both the same category, aren't they? So it doesn't always have to be about colour. It could be anything that they are the same or different with. Now, let's go back to our board and see what we have next to finish. Now, I will do this last one really quick. Now, you should be superstars at this because we've been doing In the Farm and On the Jungle a lot. So let's have a look at my animals. I have a lion, I have a goat, I have a pig, a horse, an elephant and a zebra. Now, which two groups would I sort them to? Now, we should be really good at this, and I know you're going to be super at this at home. So where does the zebra live? Does he live in the farm or in the jungle? I think he lives in the jungle. What about the pig? Does he live in the jungle? No. The pig lives in the farm, so he can go in that one. This one is the farm, this one is the jungle. What about the elephant? Does he live in the farm? No, he lives in the jungle. The horsey? Yeah, he lives in the farm. Lion, oh dear, I don't know if I'd want to see a lion on a farm, so I think we'll put him in the jungle. And the goat, he lives in the farm. So that's where we have our farm animals and we have our jungle animals. That's how we've sorted those two objects. Now at home, I want you to see if you can have a go at sorting items. So any items you might have in your house, have a look around, see if you can sort items into different groups, okay? So you might be able to find some fruit, sort them into a group. You might be able to find some vegetables, sort them into a group. And then you might be able to actually sort those two groups into colour groups. So you might have a green apple and a broccoli. They are both green, so you could put those two together. You might have a tomato and you might have a red apple, and you could put those two in a group because that would be your red group and your green group. Super. Have you found that lesson interesting, Ted? Yes, he has. Ted sometimes finds maths a bit scary, but he's enjoyed it today, haven't you, Ted? Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and get busy at home thinking of all the different things that you could sort into different groups. And we look forward to seeing you later on for some handwriting, don't we? Thank you. See you soon.